What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great day so far. We have another great guest on today's show, Ethan Nation. It's going to be one of the premier football recruits in the class of 2023. He is a cornerback out of Roswell, Georgia. He attends Roswell High School, 6 feet, 170 pounds. Ethan, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We greatly appreciate your time. And you as a player, I mean, you're an outstanding football player.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely, Ethan. And how did this past year go for you and your football team?
It went pretty well. I mean, we made it to the second round getting knocked out. But I mean, we did pretty well for us having our first year head coach. So I mean, just can't wait for next season.
Absolutely. What were your stats overall?
I had 8 interceptions, around 50 tackles, and then 9 PBUs.
Wow. Sounds like a ball hawk to me.
Yeah.
Ethan, I heard that those 8 interceptions came off of about 20 targets. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
That is very impressive. I mean, that like Paul said, the ball hawk skills are very evident in your film and very evident on the stats. How are you liking this recruiting process? I know it's early for you, but you've got 32 teams that have already offered you. I mean, it's got to be pretty cool for you so far.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's a lot of biz that comes with it, a lot of fame, quote unquote. But I mean, I'm chilling. I like it, even though I'm young. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't blame you for liking it one bit, man. I mean, you're getting attraction from major schools, especially across the nation, like Oregon, Oklahoma. I mean,
Hmm.
this is big for you. Are there any schools that you really are hoping to get an offer from?
Ohio State and Clemson.
I can't blame you there one bit. I can't blame you one bit.
We do interview a lot of recruits, Ethan, and those are the first two schools everyone mentions, Ohio State and
Yeah.
Clemson. Ethan, regarding college football programs, have you spoken to Miami? I know on 24/7 Sports, it does say you have an offer from Miami. Kind of go over that relationship.
With Coach Cooney, I mean, he's a really cool guy. He offered me. I keep in touch with him once a week usually. I try to call him 2 times a week, but sometimes, I mean, we just do once a week. But nah, he's really cool. I think coming up in a couple of weeks, I'm talking with Ed Reed because through friends, my friend, his dad's like a golf pro, and I think he hosted some golf thing with Ed Reed. So I'm gonna have a get a chance to talk with a legend. So I mean, it's pretty exciting. So I'm excited for that. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best safeties to ever play the game, and of course,
The best,
yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I love it, Ethan. I love it.
along with Sean Taylor though. Rest in peace. Along with Sean Taylor though.
yes, sir. And that's great. That's very cool. You acknowledge, both Sean Taylor, may he rest in peace, and Ed Reed is some of the greatest of all time because you are a young individual, and Sean Taylor, he when he was playing, it was early 2000s,
Hmm.
roughly. So that's very cool. You get to acknowledge those two players, be some of the greatest of all time.
Hmm.
Ethan, who are your favorite players right now that play the game of football?
Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Tre'Davious White, Jair Alexander, Winfield from the Bucks, and then who else? And then I like offensive people too, like Julio and like Cam Newton's one of my favorites. But yeah, and Tom Brady, the GOAT. I use him in Madden a lot. So
What kind of off-season workouts are you doing right now to prepare yourself for next season? I mean, you put up quite an impressive year last year. So what are you going to want to do to try to top that this next season?
I train with the best trainer in Atlanta, Georgia, Oliver Davis. He's trained some big name guys like J.C. Horn, A.J. Terrell, Jalen Ramsey. So I mean, just getting to connect with him. I mean, I've been training with him for over a year almost. So me and him are real close. I mean, he just wants me to just he wants me to leave this last season in the past. He doesn't want me to drain or like cope on anything. Just new season, new me. So I mean, I'm just trying to do better, get better stats, do better everything. And I'm playing offense this year. So just whatever I can do to help the team really.
What are you going to be doing on offense for your high school?
I'll play wide receiver.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Are you
trying to get 1,000 yards receiving next year is the goal.
Are you doing any 7-on-7?
Yes, sir. I play for Cam Newton and the LA Bootleggers. I'm actually heading down this Friday to Louisiana for Battle of New Orleans. So I'm real excited about that.
Nice.
Ethan, how are your workouts going?
Oh, they're going pretty good. I mean, I go with him 3 times a week. Sometimes Monday, but usually Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays. So, I mean, they go pretty well. We do a lot of one-on-one against each other, a lot of competition work. So when we get in the game, just second nature.
What are you focusing on during the workouts? Is it weightlifting, just getting fast?
Nah, because I just do weightlifting with the school and on my own. But when I go with him, we work on a lot of technique skills, a lot of man, a lot of ball tracking skills, a lot of balls. So, I mean, with him, he just gets my technique up to par. Wants me to be the best 2023 I can, or in the state, really.
What are your goals for this upcoming season, Ethan? For yourself as an individual and for your high school football team.
The goal for the team is to try to go to state, and then for me, really just hopefully 10 interceptions and then 1,000 yards receiving, and then like 13 touchdowns maybe. I don't really have. I just want to. All I know is I want 1,000 yards receiving. If I get that, then my goal is complete. Really.
I saw that you have an offer from South Carolina, and I was curious. Now that T-Rob is the DB coach for the University of Miami, did he have anything to do with that South Carolina offer when you got it?
Kind of really. I mean, not really, because I mean, with he coached JC, so JC really got me the Miami offer, and then I guess T-Rob helped me a little bit when it comes to the South Carolina offer, but I mean, really, JC helped me get the Miami offer. I don't really know too much about the South Carolina offer, about if T-Rob had anything to do with it or not.
Have you been to the Miami campus?
I haven't been to any campuses except Clemson because my sister went there.
Okay.
Ethan, since you train with JC Horn, does he talk about, Travaris Robinson at all to you? Kind of if he's been a mentor towards him or just him as a coach?
I mean, he's touched on it a bit once, but really when we train, we just talk about what's going on. But I'll talk to him. I play him in the game a lot in Madden, so he's touched on it a bit. But I mean, really, he just talks to me about like what I need to be focusing on this upcoming season. Really, he hasn't really touched too much about him, but he's told me he's a really great guy, great mentor for him.
Yeah, no, that's what the word around town is. A lot of players who were recruited by him, played under him, they state he's not just kind of a recruiter, someone who's just going to sales pitch you. He actually genuinely cares about, high school football players, because at the end of the day, he's going to be a mentor overseeing them, offering them guidance. So, that's what he really values. So, yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. And Ethan, I wanted to ask you next, what factors are going to play in for you, regarding the college you're going to be attending the next potentially 3 to 4 years? I know your sister goes to Clemson. Is it academics? Maybe you want to stay in state, proximity to home. What factors are going to play in?
I don't really care about going. I could go far. I could stay close to home. That doesn't really play a factor for me. But really what plays a factor is like the student athletes on and off the field from different sports other than football, how regular students are, how they carry themselves, how the campus is ran by itself, and then how if the coaches are all in for you or if they're just all in for the money, really.
Do you have something that you'd like to study at the college level, something that's already piquing your interest?
No, not quite yet. I need to really figure that out pretty soon because time flies by. But no, I don't have anything yet.
Yeah,
Who is your guys' biggest rival in high school, and how did that last game go for you guys when you played them?
Milton High School. We lost by a touchdown again because last year we lost the same score, 21-14, and this year we lost 21-14. So it was kind of aggravating, but yeah, Milton's a top school. I think they're top 5 in the state right now. So next year they come to our house. So hopefully it'll be different.
I was gonna tell Ethan, I switched my major 3 times throughout a college, so don't sweat it, man. It's tough, trying to figure out what your focus study should be. So
Hmm.
I think, if you switch your major a couple times, man, not the end of the world. So I still don't even know what I want to do. But Ethan, how do you think the level of competition is, in the state of Georgia? In the area you're in Roswell, compared to, maybe other states? Do you think it's it shows it's one of the
Yeah.
top, but how would you think? Because I know you're doing 7-on-7, you get to play other teams from other states as well.
I think Georgia, along with like Florida and Texas, are the top schools because I play 7A, and 7A is the highest for
Okay.
football. So I mean, competition is wild. You got a lot of 5 stars, 4 stars, a lot of top recruits in the state of Georgia. So I mean, playing against them every day is just great competition, especially when it comes to 7-on-7. For my Atlanta team, Cam Newton, we have the best athletes in the state of Georgia, along with South Carolina. So, I mean, going against them almost every day, just prepares you for the next level, not along high school.
Cool. Ross, I know you had
Get
one
it?
more question.
Yeah. This is kind of just a curious on how you personally feel about this, Ethan. You getting 8 interceptions on about 20 targets last year, that shows those serious ball hawking skills. Are you worried, or is your coaching staff worried that teams simply won't try you as much and you won't get those opportunities next season?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of because when I hit 6 interceptions along like mid-season, I started getting less targets. So I've gone games last year that 0 targets. So I mean, I'm not really too much worried about it next year because as long as I'm shutting off their best receiver, I'm winning. But I mean, we've talked about me moving positions, me going to safety, nickel, wherever. So I mean, they're not really too much worried about it as long as I'm still making an impact on the game.
All right. Well, Ethan, I think that's all the questions we have. Ultimately, we're pulling for you, whether, if you're a Miami Hurricane or, your dream school, Clemson, Ohio State, man, we wish you the best of luck. And we think very highly of you as a player and as a person as well. We know you'll be successful on and off the football field. So, man, the sky's the limit for you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me once again.
Absolutely, Ethan. Have a great day, man. Best of
You
luck
too.
this upcoming season.
Appreciate it.